And next we are going to the Serie A.
Serie A.
Yes.
One of my favorite leagues.
Yes. With Inter
Domination.
dominating.
Oh wow. What just happened here? I think this keeper is making
Oh my gosh. Kobal is...
I think he's selling it, man. I think he's trying to win an Oscar here.
He is really sprawling around the floor right now.
It was not... I'll need to look at the replay, but from my first initial watch of it, I don't think it was that big of a challenge. Let's look at it.
Just receives the ball for Slaughterback. Oh, yeah, he's totally selling it.
Oh, come on, dude.
Vinicius, is that Vinicius?
Bro,
he misses completely, and he just
misses completely.
topples over him.
He misses completely, but the keeper then runs into him.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I get it. Like, I'm not saying that on purpose. Like,
No.
your momentum is carrying you forward after you, try to release the ball. But still, it's not a yellow.
Yeah, sell that foul. It's
not a yellow.
Yeah. Vinny doesn't like it. You can tell.
He doesn't like it. And it's not a yellow. So, we'll see what happens. Vinny's going to play a little more conservative now, which is, maybe a little bit better thing. He's not going to run his mouth as much.
Yep. Yes.
35th minute.
Let's see. 0-0.
Yep.
He's going to just punt it, or is he going to play it short? Or is he going to punt it?
I hope the Madrid players start being petty like that, too, man. I hope they start, selling every little foul they can.
We'll have to see. But going back to the Serie A, of course, Inter
domination.
Winning title number 20. You remember what 20 is in Italian? We took Italian.
Venti.
Venti, there you go.
I only know because Starbucks.
Venti.
Shout out Starbucks.
Yep. Starbucks, give us a sponsorship.
Yeah, please. Come on.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, but obviously securing title number 20. Last time they won the league was obviously that 2020-2021 season with you remember?
Was that 3 seasons ago?
It was, yeah.
Because last season was Napoli. The season before that was AC Milan.
Yep.
So 3 seasons ago. Who was it?
It was that Antonio Conte team with Lukaku and Lautaro just totally just destroying.
Really? Because then Lukaku went to Chelsea
and then flopped.
And
then went back to Serie A.
And then,
And hasn't really gotten to the heights that he has since.
I feel like that would be a good video. So just what happened to Lukaku.
Yeah.
That'd be a good video.
I think.
Let us know if you want us to make that. Maybe we will. Because I'm curious too. I would do the research.
I think, Lukaku's an interesting person. And
he's not a bad player.
No, he's not.
He's a great striker.
He's been known for his misses. You remember the total miss he had against
Man City, and then in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was coming back from injury though, so
Yeah, he's an interesting player.
He is.
We'll have to take a look if you guys want us to look through that. But
yeah, Inter domination, man. Mm-hmm. It's surprising because at one point Inter they weren't losing, and I think it really surprised me whenever they lost to they got eliminated by Atletico in the Champions League. What was it, quarterfinals? Yeah. Because it was around 16. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Round of 16 because Atletico, they're a good team, but they weren't the better team. They that Memphis Depay late goal, and then they went to penalties, and penalties is anyone's game.
Yeah.
So I'm, for as good of a season they had, and for making the Champions League final last season, they still dominated the league.
No, it's dominated the league.
Dominated the league.
Secured a double, of course, not the Coppa Italia, but won the Super Cup. But interesting enough, most points by a champion since 2017-2018 with Juventus, obviously in that era of complete dominance.
Of Ronaldo?
Yeah, when they 2017-2018.
No, that 95. That wasn't Ronaldo.
Yeah, that was before. That's just the whole
season right before Ronaldo. Yeah, that was I think Higuain.
Yeah,
that might have been. Yeah, it was Higuain. I think that was when Higuain, either his first or second season, because they bought him from Napoli, and then all the Napoli people hated him.
Yeah.
The fans. Okay, so yeah, I mean, they did a great season.
So it's an impressive season, you would have to say, since most point totals since, you would say probably 7 years. That's pretty impressive.
One of the best Italian teams in besides the unbeaten run of Juventus back in
Of
2011,
course. And they
2012.
crushed it with like 104 points or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And then we got Milan at second, 75. So obviously blown away.
You know, it surprises me because because Milan have a really good team put together, man. They have Rafael Leao. His pace is just, I haven't seen anyone be able to keep up with him in Serie A.
No.
You know, maybe in like other leagues you have like faster like right backs that can keep up with him. But in Serie A, man, he's just blowing everyone apart. Then you have Christian Pulisic, man, who's his goal return this season was pretty good. He had a double of a season. Double in goals and then double in assists. So I think that's pretty good. Schlotterbeck just got a yellow.
Got a yellow.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Let's
Your center back.
Let's look back at this challenge real quick. He was on trying to come in on Vinny.
But that's not
that wasn't a good replay
was
right there.
Was the yellow because of protest?
I don't
it
know.
might have been, right?
CBS production, that was terrible. I don't know what that was.
You know what? They should have like yellow for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But I guess that's like asking too much of them. They probably just have a couple minutes to just like but not even minutes, probably like seconds to just like say he got a yellow card.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even know who got a yellow card because the referee will just show a yellow in a general direction.
Yeah, it might have been a foul from something else, and they took advantage. And while we were talking,
have you seen the VAR system in MLS that they're doing?
No.
Where like after they do a VAR call, they'll like talk in the mic like in like NFL.
Oh, okay.
And they'll be like, the penalty was for like a foul challenge in the penalty area box, or like they'll be like, after review, there was no foul, no penalty.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It's very Americanized.
It's very American. I like that.
Yeah. I think, a little shot there. And it goes away for a corner by Courtois.
Do you think that would work out in European football?
I think it would. I think it's just a different version. I think there definitely needs to be some better line of communication between the referee and the VR official for the fans. I like even taking a page out of rugby. I don't know if you watch any rugby leagues or any like international rugby tournaments.
No, tell me about it.
But rugby, they obviously have their officials mic'd up, especially the head official. You can hear conversations he has with the players the whole entire match. But they also have the I guess what they would call a VAR official mic'd up as well.
Okay.
And you can listen to the entire conversation as they go through the foul or the turn of events that happened.
Yeah.
If it's a goal, if it's a try or not a try.
Yeah.
I think it's very transparent, it's very clear and crisp, and I think that needs to be more of something that needs to come into at least football.
Yeah.
There needs to be a little bit more communication or at least transparency between officials, because there's obviously rumors of match fixing everywhere in every sport. I mean, football has its times, but there's some shady moments sometimes when it comes to VR, and you never know. And I think to make sure people aren't, assuming the wrong thing that happens with that is just there's a little bit more transparency with the whole situation.
I would agree because all like nonstop as a Madrid fan, I just see like VAR Madrid.
Yeah.
And they're basically implying that like VAR always goes our way, that like Real Madrid fixes matches.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll say this. Maybe there is noticeable difference in like leniency from the refs, but that happens in every sport.
Yeah.
Like when you have a top team, the refs are always going to be more favorable toward them.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they're the reputation that you carry with you.
Yeah.
That happened in like Golden State.
Yeah.
When Golden State was dominating, they had more favorable calls.
Yeah.
Barcelona, when they were dominating with that Messi era and like Xavi and Iniesta, favorable calls their way. Now, like I don't really think that makes it, it's match fixing. It's just favorable ref calls. So, but yeah, like the transparency would kind of like dispel that. So I think that should be implemented, and maybe it will. I mean, VAR is relatively new. Like it just.
Vinny being released here on the left-hand side.
Oh, wow. What a great...
Yeah, Hummel's cleaned that up really well.
Dude, Hummel's... That was the fastest I've seen him move in years.
He was moving, man.
Fastest I've seen him move, dude. I didn't know he could sprint that fast.
Yeah. And of course, he was yelling at his teammates.
43rd minute.
A little pissed right there.
43rd minute, 34 seconds. What a great tackle
and then
by Helmels.
I think it's now a corner. It's a throw in for them too.
Oh yeah,
because it came off Vinny.
It did deflect off Vinny.
That was a great action by him.
Wait, did the ref see that though?
I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
he did.
He did.
That's impressive because there is no linesman over there.
Yep. 44th minute here. I mean, we've been talking a lot, but it's been an exciting half, I would have to say.
Yeah, it's gone by quick.
Yeah, it has. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's now it's fully starting to come into fruition, this game. I think it's going to get really feisty in the second half.
It does not surprise me, though, that it's 0-0 at the half.
Mm-hmm.
I think both teams are just feeling each other out this first half. I think this halftime will be crucial as, like, both of these I would say, like, tactical and adjustment geniuses of coaches in Eden Terzic and Carlo Ancelotti. I think the second half will be a lot better.
Yeah.
In terms of like strategy, playmaking wise. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Obviously a little break here in play. I don't know what happened. I think it was just a throw in. They're just
So Lautaro Martinez, top scorer, right?
Yes, Lautaro coming in with 24 goals.
Yeah.
Dusan Vlahovic with 16.
Is that his first time being top scorer?
I believe so.
I think it is, yeah, because he's always he lost to Osimhen.
Yeah, last year.
Lost last year, and then the season before that, it was Ciro Immobile.
Yeah.
Who's always been like that. He's always been just top scorer, and you just don't really even hear about him all too much. You know, like, you would think someone who's like consistently top scorer in the league would get like a lot more hype.
Yes, I think he didn't have a stint at Dortmund too, and it didn't go well. He had to go back to Italy.
Because I forget who he played for. He plays for Lazio, but he didn't start off at Lazio.
I think he played for Torino.
Yes, it was Torino when Torino first got promoted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm surprised that he just I don't know, maybe it was the culture, the language difference. Yeah. So many factors that play into like the psyche of a footballer. You know? So you never know. But I mean, overall, like, he's a great player. I don't know if is he still around this season? I'm sure he is.
Not sure.
He has to be. He's probably just not in the top scorers list because I don't see him anywhere. But yeah, he is. He only scored 7 goals this season, 4 of them penalties. So
so
kind of a dip in form. Yeah,
that is a tremendous dip in form. I mean, how old is he now?
He's got to be like 36 or something. Let's look, because he's been around for a while now. He's 34 years old. So I mean, but that's like not super old for Serie A. Like usually like the Serie A strikers play until like their late 30s.
I'm thinking about like I forget his first name, but you remember Di Natale?
Yeah, Antonio Di Natale.
Yeah, that dude.
Udinese legend.
Aged like fine Italian wine.
Yeah,
scoring at least 10 goals a season.
Yeah.
Till his almost 40s.
Yep. And yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like these Italian strikers, Totti.
Oh yeah, Totti of course.
So he's like 38.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's see if something interesting happens in the last 2 minutes of the first half.
Kier Dortmund with the ball.
Great pass.
Fulkrug plays it into
good hold-up play. And you see Fulkrug is like targeting Nacho because he knows he can outpower Nacho over Rudiger. So it's a smart play by him.
I mean, of course, I would avoid Rudiger at all times.
Yeah. Rudiger will kill you.
And Sancho here on the wing, trying to do some fancy stuff against Mendy.
He's not going to get past Mendy, man.
And I think
he's just too smart, Mendy.
I think Brandt gets the ball back, and now they're trying to recycle play.
Is he going to shoot?
No.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to give it to Adeyemi here.
Let's
Adeyemi tries to play something to no avail.
Nice.
And then it gets played out for a throw-in.
No, it's a corner.
Oh, corner.
Wait, no, it might be a throw-in, yeah. I saw the ref maybe signal.
Yeah, these Dortmund fans are looking confident. They're looking like we can handle our own now.
Oh, I think it might be a corner.
Oh, wow. Okay. Or a long throw, potentially.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think it might be a corner.
The way they're setting up, it is indicating towards the corner. Which I'm worried about because they got Matt Hummels and Fulkrug, who great set piece specialists.
Right, whips it in. And it's cleared. Let's see if Matson can put it back in for them. And it's back in for another corner.
Well, we're defending well, man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't doubt Real Madrid's defending ability. Ever since we played that Man City match at the Etihad, where we defended like crazy because we had to, or else we would have gotten eliminated.
Yeah.
I think after that match, Real Madrid can handle all the pressure.
Okay.
But I do want to go into this half.
Yeah.
Halftime.
It should be the last action of the game.
Yeah, it should be.
Of the half. I mean.
Yeah. Clear. Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
Nice. Who cleared that? Is that
the whistle ref?
Bellingham with 2 clearances, 2 defensive actions at the end of the first half.
Yep.
Good first half. A lot of counterattacks from Dortmund. I don't think I saw one shot on target by Real Madrid. Do you remember one? I don't remember
I think the closest thing that you guys came to, like, a good
Valverde shot.
Well, the Valverde shot, and then the cross by Vinicius almost hitting Bellingham in stride.
Yeah,
that was the only 2 actions I really thought.
Yeah, I think if I look at the match facts right now, I will not see a single shot on target for Real Madrid.
Yeah. Well, halftime, baby. Halftime.
Yeah, dude, we have 0 shots.
Yeah.
And on target.
Doing fantastic. I was just checking. You know, it'd be hilarious if we were talking for an hour and then my camera just didn't record that.
Yeah. Can we take a pause on this?
Yeah, I think let's just we'll make a part 2. We'll just it just is what it is.
Well, I just want to move that light, dude, because that shit has been blinding me this whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is that cool with you?
That's fine.
How is it not blinding you, dude? Like,
I don't think it's in my eyesight.
Oh, how, motherfucker? You're sitting right
here. I don't know. Is this good?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, let me see. Yeah. I did it just for like. Yeah, it's fine.
What you could do? I don't know. You could like put it right here, like shining this way.
No, it's fine. I'm thinking of like production level YouTube videos where they have lights and shit, but there's proper enough natural lighting. We're fine. You don't even have to see our ugly faces anyway. We're talking good content right here. This is good football talk.
Yeah,
respect it.
Facts.
But.
All right, so halftime. Let's finish talking about Serie A.
Let's wrap up the leagues and then we can get ready for the second half.
So I mean, any Atlanta. That's the first team that comes to mind. They had a great season, making it to the Coppa d'Italia final, losing against Juve. It was really I remember watching that match. It was a really close match. I was 100% thinking Atlanta were gonna win. I really was. But Juve surprised me because Juve had not had the best season, but somehow they finished 3rd, which is kind of surprising.
It's 4th actually.
They finished 4th?
Yeah. Oh. 2 points behind Juve.
Oh wow! Did do Atlanta play today as well, or do they play tomorrow? They play they play tomorrow, so they're behind the game. So Atlanta and Fiorentina, since they had the Europa League finals, both of them. They play tomorrow, their final match of Serie A.
Oh, really? Okay.
And if Atlanta win, they have a chance to go 3rd.
Yeah.
Which means that Juventus would finish 4th. And I think I favor Atlanta beating Fiorentina. It really just depends on how motivated you are. I mean, Fiorentina just lost the Europa League Conference final
to Olympiacos. Yeah.
Their second final loss in a row. Which is kind of surprising, actually. But, I mean, Olympiacos, absolutely destroyed Aston Villa, so...
Yeah. I mean, good for them. It was really surprising. But I don't think it's necessarily going to matter since, with the Champions League rules now,
they
get 5 spots.
Yeah, they're all going to make Champions League, but I guess just for bragging rights, we finished above you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
I think the most impressive... Champions League finish though is number 5 with Bologna. Yeah, with 68 points.
Thiago Motta.
He's
going to Juventus.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they've contracted him already.
But also Joshua Xerxes.
Who's that?
That's their striker.
Oh, I did hear about them. Is Arsenal trying to buy him?
I think
rumors. That's who I've heard. That's where I've heard him.
I don't know. The dude's. I saw a couple clips from a couple games. I didn't totally watch a bunch of Bologna games this season, but
he's Dutch.
The Dutch. He's 6'4".
Yeah, he's tall.
Good with his feet. Can score and can assist. He did win Young Player of the Year for Serie A this year with 34 appearances, 11 goals, 4 assists. Not too bad of a return.
Dude, he's a Bayern Munich youth project.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
Yeah, he's that's crazy.
Yeah. This is their best finish since 2010, 2011, and they're in 2010 and 2011 they finished in 9th. So this is by far their best finish that they've ever had in the league.
Yeah, I remember they looked really solid this season. Kind of had like a slow end to the season, I'll say. They kind of just lost their like stride.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they were. Hold on, let's look at these like highlights real quick. This Adeyemi ball, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. He's gonna regret taking that big touch if they.
That touch really let him down.
Who passed that though?
Was that, I don't know. Was that Hummels?
It might have been Hummels. But yeah, whoever made that pass, great run though. Fulkrug. Oh yeah, this was the 2 chances back to back where they just kind of, very close, knocking on our door, man.
Yeah, that's the closest you can get.
He would have been offsides though.
I think his shoulder was offsides.
Yeah, he would have been offsides. So,
And then breaking again here. This is the one where they think it could possibly be a penalty, but it's not really.
That first touch was not good because he took it wide.
Yeah.
He took it a little too far wide. But 3 good chances by Dortmund.
Yeah.
Real Madrid haven't done anything.
Yeah, Michael Richards going crazy with the white suit right now.
Crazy. I dig it. I dig the white suit.
I think he's old Galactico back in the day.
Yeah.
With who's the one English guy that, not Beckham, but the other guy that was McManaman.
Or Owen.
Or both of them. They all showed up in white suits. They thought they were the shit.
Yeah.
That's why this week is giving me that type of vibe.
Yeah.
But going into the rest of the Serie A.
So let's talk about Atalanta first.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about Bologna.
Okay.
And then we can even talk about Fiorentina.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
So Atalanta, it makes no sense. Atalanta is one of those teams that makes no sense. You lose the final to a Juventus team, but yet you beat a really, really good Bayer Leverkusen team who's unbeaten all season. You give them their only loss of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And you do it. It's also the way they did it. A look, man.
3 goals.
Yeah, hat trick, man.
Yeah.
Like, just makes no sense. And I kept thinking, because I've been watching Bayer Leverkusen all season long, especially in the Europa League, especially in their knockout matches. And I always was like, they're gonna come back. Whenever they were down against Karabag, it was 2-0, and they came back away from home to tie it 2-2. I was like, okay, cool, they're probably gonna win this tie. Mm-hmm. They go back to Leverkusen, and they're also down 2-0, and they end up winning the match 3-2. Mm-hmm. 2 goals coming after the 90. I was like, they're gonna win this competition, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. When they beat Roma the way they did, they were down at home 2-0 to Roma.
Yeah.
And then after the 80th minute, they scored 2. It's just, it was impressive. So to lose 3-0 in the final against an Atlanta team who's shown that, just 7 days earlier that they're maybe the final was a little bit too big for them.
Yeah.
Against Juventus. That's pretty impressive to me. So, hats off to Atlanta. They performed well. They beat a really good Leverkusen team. And, they're in the Champions League next season.
Yeah.
Were they in it this season? I'm pretty sure they were, right?
I think they were in Europa the whole time. I don't remember them being in the Champions League, at least in the group stages.
Yeah, you're right. They finished 5th last season, so they were in Europa League. So they're in Champions League this season. They would have been in it regardless of whether they qualified or not because they won the Europa League. For those of you who don't know, Europa League winners, they go to the Champions League, and Europa Conference League winners, they go to the Europa League, regardless of their league position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think you got to give flowers to Gasperini. I think he did a really good job against Liverpool in the knockout stages, and then this obviously just dismantling, never losing team that looked like they were unstoppable for at least this season. It's really an impressive finish for them. Yeah,
good season for them. Good season in the league. Good season in the cup. Good season in the European competition. Overall, good season.
Yeah, and they lose their I guess main striker, prospective striker for the future in Højlund in January, sold to Manchester United. Usually at that point you're kind of a loss for goals, and then they just do it without it.
Yeah,
you're Sylvester Stallone with Tulsa King.
I heard that they stopped shooting in Tulsa.
Oh, really? That's kind of shitty.
So they originally were shooting in Tulsa, but I forget what it was. Like they couldn't get enough permits to shoot around town.
Interesting. Okay.
And so they just decided to move away.
All right. I don't watch Tulsa King anymore.
I don't watch it. Maybe one day I will.
Yeah, maybe at one
Maybe
point.
one day I'll have like a really long layover on the flight.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, let's watch Tulsa King. Let's just see what this is about.
I mean, we have a lot of mob ties here. I don't know if Tulsa, Oklahoma is what we're referring to. We do have a lot of mob ties here at one point. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's why it was based upon it.
Oh.
You know, up the street. This is probably giving my location away a little bit, but it's fine. Up the street, Southern Hills Country Club.
Yeah.
You know, do you know Whitey Bulger?
No, who's that?
So Whitey Bulger, there's obviously a film out. Black Mass Whitey Bulger is played by Johnny Depp, he's one of the most ruthless, most successful mob bosses. He ran most of his top teams out in Boston. And I don't know if he came out personally or he sent those guys out, but there was one guy who obviously got into the wrong situation with the Whitey Bulger mob and went out here to Tulsa to hide.
Yeah. Came
out from the country club into the parking lot after a nice dinner or whatever, golf round, whatever he was doing, and the mob found him and they pulled up on the country club and they actually shot him dead in that parking lot.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I used to work there, so that's the only reason why I know that. But I got some serious mob ties, I guess, here.
Oh, so it's like, you haven't watched Tulsa King, but
no, I haven't.
You're assuming it expands on that, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, well then maybe it would be worth a shout,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, let us know if you've seen Tulsa King already.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it bad? Am I totally off the mark? Let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know if it's worth watching.
Mm-hmm. But did you want to talk about anything else from? I did want to mention Roma doing a great job of coming in at 6th because they lost. They sacked Jose Mourinho.
I think they're making Champions League too.
They are.
Yeah, because since Atlanta won, they take that Champions League spot, and then 6th gets the other Champions League.
So many
spot.
new rules I had to learn. But yeah, that's cool for them because of course they lost or they sacked Mourinho.
Wait, is it Gattuso?
No, it's De Rossi.
Yeah, De Rossi. That's what it is. Yeah,
De Rossi,
De
one of the league legends or their legends coming into coaching and then doing a good job at making sure they stay in the top 6.
Yeah, for a while they kind of looked like really hard to beat, and then they kind of just lost their momentum towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But still good enough to finish 6th, and then good enough to get into the Champions League, I guess, with these new rules.
Yeah.
So and then we mentioned a little bit about Fiorentina, but yeah, I mean second Champions League second Europa Conference League final loss in a row.
Crazy.
Last year to West Ham. This year to Olympiacos. Good on them, but and it's really tragic because last year they lost in the late minutes to West Ham. This year they lost in the late minutes of extra time.
Mm-hmm.
And you just think they'd probably want to get those last couple of minutes back in both games. But that's football. It's not always kind.
Yeah.
So you gotta just play it like it's the only game you'll play because it's the only game you will play. But yeah, I think it's
good to get to 2 finals in a row. It just sucks they lose both of them.
Yeah, and let's see. Did they finish 7th?
They finished 8th with 57.
So they qualify for the Conference League again.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe
third time's a charm.
They'll have another chance next season.
Yeah.
Will they lose some of their players? Maybe.
I haven't taken a look at Fiorentina.
But yeah, because if Fiorentina would have won that Champions League, or I'm sorry, that Europa Conference League final, then Torino would have actually qualified for the Conference League.
Yeah.
And so you would have had up to 9 teams from Serie A in Europe,
European competitions,
which is half of the table, pretty much.
That's crazy.
It's damn near half of the table. So good on Italy. Italy's been, making a lot of progress in Europe.
Yeah.
I remember 2 years ago they had 7 teams in the semifinals across all 3 European competitions.
Yeah.
So really good for Italy these last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Or even with the lure of not having all this financial backing that maybe England has, they've been shown as one of the most exciting leagues. Of course, it's not the most impressive title race, but they've got teams that can perform in their league and outside of European competition. So that's great for them. Like you said, Lautaro, we talked about top goal scorers. Leao getting sharing the most assists with Dybala with 9 assists. And then Jan Sommer winning the Golden Glove, if anybody cared, with 19 clean sheets.
Yeah, Jan Sommer, first season in Inter.
Yep.
Because Onana went to Man U.
Yeah.
Best decision he's ever made.
Yeah. I would have to say so. And then I don't have a player of the year, but obviously I've said Zerke winning the Young Player of the Year. And then, of course, flowers to Inzaghi.
I think the player of the year was Lautaro.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Lautaro.
I couldn't find it for whatever reason, but yeah, Inzaghi winning Coach of the Year, of course, for doing such a great job.
Yeah.
And are they lining up already? Dang.
They are.